같이 한번 자, 하트 한번 해주세요. 하트. 코.
All right, we're gonna try something different, but okay. Welcome. All right, so we're gonna go over the Japan stuff, then we're gonna talk about Maiden and that. So let's get started on this.
So let's get to the DBZ, the future Johnny Somali, right? This is DBR6. Here is his stream where he goes and he urinates in a building. Yeah, that was not the bathroom. So where does he go? This is not a toilet. Spoiler, this is not a toilet. He just flipped his phone around and headed back into the same door that was you can see because he blanked it for a second. He flipped his phone around and he went into the stairwell. So here's Sam.
Fuck, I'm gonna pee myself.
So hold on.
Holy shit, I'm actually gonna pee myself.
See, he goes down this one. He goes into this in this stairwell, and look at the color of the wall. It's blue, right? So you see it's blue here. And watch what he does. I'm going to show you what he does. So he goes in. This is the only unlocked door. The other door is locked. Watch what he does here. He turns around. There you go. He blanks out the screen. So he's flipping the camera around because now he knows he can't find a bathroom. So he flips the screen around so you don't know. So you see his face.
Oh my god, there's a toilet here.
He walks down the exact same hallway. You can tell by the side. He's by this door that was locked. And look at the color of the wall. It's blue. It's the stairwell. He goes in the stairwell that we just saw on the video. It's like 100% clear, right? Mind you, I believe this got his stream banned. This is one of the things that may have gotten a stream banned, amongst other things.
Pissing on the wall again? No, bro. I found the toilet. Don't be weird. That was a toilet, bro. You guys are.
Where's the flush?
Also, why are you streaming yourself going to the bathroom? First off, I don't know.
If that was the toilet, where's the flush? Right? Why you just walk out? You didn't wash his hands and do anything.
So if potentially that was the toilet, that's kind of nasty.
You can see in the background it's a hallway, right? So fucking disgusting, absolutely nasty, absolutely degenerate. You know, really nasty stuff. Really nasty stuff. So that is DBR 666. Now there's some other video of him fighting with the streamers in Japan because he's trying to get in with them and they're pushing him away. So apparently the streamers in Japan do not like him, right? And I don't want to give them too much airtime or anything else, but the whole crew of Ice Poseidon, Slightly Homeless, Suspendus, all those guys that are traveling together in a big, totally not gay, group. Those guys made some distance from DBR after he got banned off of Kick, and they're also distancing themselves from Somali. So they're trying to put distance between themselves and everybody else. And they're allegedly their intention is to be positive in Japan. Now, once again, they've some of them have done some things that are questionable, but most of them have been okay. Most of them have not committed any crimes. But it's still a tough time in the wake of Johnny Somali, in the wake of everything that's going on, to go and stream and do these things in Japan. Maybe you need to cool it on Japan content for a while. Maybe go to South America. Maybe go to Uruguay. Maybe go to fucking Brazil. Go to Mexico. Go do this somewhere else. And there's a reason why they don't do it there, because they know they won't get away with the same they get away with in other countries, right? If they go to some places in Mexico, the cartels might disappear them. So that's what's going on.
Yeah. Also, don't try in China either, because the same thing will happen
With those guys. I think, to be honest, my prediction is that not all of them will make it the 100 days. They may cut it short or have some issues before then. Obviously they're being hounded by police, so I do imagine that they may not make it even to 100 days. I think they could, before the 100 days is up, have some problems.
All right, that's that video. So we're gonna go on to the next one, which is this is
Johnny Somali and Hank, who are going to be the principal.
This one's probably really bad because, look, yeah, praises the Chinese Communist Party. So that's a little yikes.
Targets today for our video. Really, this is about the lovers today. This is Valentine's Day. It's a day of love, and it's about Johnny and Hank. We're going to show their new video together where they look oh so adorable, and we're also going to go through their Discord messages, which are extremely problematic and damning. And there's a lot of stuff they're talking about there, including what appears to be a trip that more streamers are making to Korea. So originally it looked like Slightly Homeless, who's one of the nuisance streamers over there in Japan, was the only one who was going to head over to Korea. But it appears that another streamer, at least one other, is confirmed to be coming to Korea, possibly more. It might even be the whole gang that's in Japan coming over. One thing I was very curious about with that gang in Japan, and they are trying to distance themselves from Somalia. We'll show the text records today. Was where are they going to go to extend their tourist waiver, their tourist exemption? Because most people in developed countries can only be in Japan for 90 days at a time on a tourist visa, or essentially a tourist exception, which is you can be in Japan without a visa for 90 days at a time. You then have to leave the country at least for a bit and come back. And now many people do go to Korea quickly, whether by boat or by however else, right? They go to Korea for a little bit, spend a day or two there and head on back, and you can get another 90 days, which would get them to 100 days in Japan. In the aggregate, you can't just stay in Japan directly for 100 days without a visa. You can't do that. You would overstay. And if you did that, you might get prohibited from entering the country again for a certain period of time. Overstaying your visa is very serious. Here in the Kingdom of Thailand, that can also get you blacklisted, meaning permanently banned from the country. If it's too long, it can also get you fined. So there's a lot of punishments.
Yeah, visas are huge.
It's for overstaying a visa. All right, let me show you. So I said last time that new charge, because I talked about his new charge, that his new charge was probably based on disturbing the person with a disability. In case you haven't seen, here is the video.
I am Kixinima. You're Kixinima. One second. He actually looks scared, bro. No lie.
Okay, this is an old video.
What are you doing?
He said he's calling the police. Call police, Mummy. Call 112. Call police, Mummy. Call now 112. Call the police. Your phone about to die, bro. It's okay. Mummy, call the police. To give me a hug, I need to move you. Why? Why?
See?
Stay out of Seoul! This is my territory now. Run the city. Ain't no kick streamers on my fucking block, you run!
So that was harassing a disabled person because he has a condition. So Boomy could, and I think Boomy did actually contact the police and file a
Oh my gosh.
report. So I'm sure that that could be something, right? That could be one of the charges that was against him under the Minor Crimes Act. So that's very, very possible. All right. So now let's get to the new stuff. So this video is new. That was an old video. This is a new video. This just came out, was just put out by none other than the Star-Crossed Lovers right before Valentine's Day. Isn't this sweet? The guys that are confirmed, by the way, and we showed this last stream, they're confirmed to be living together. So Hank himself has said that he is sleeping together with Johnny Somali under the same roof, right? That's Hank's words, not mine. Hank said that, right? So let's play the roomies and their statements.
Yo, what's up, motherfuckers? We're over here. We conquer the South Seoul Fortress, or the People's Republic of China.
Y'all one time, and we're gonna do it again. Who the f you think sent Johnny Somali here? Shout out to the CCP. Shout out Xi Jinping.
Hell yeah, Jungo Wansui. Jungo Wansui. Look at all this land. You know, America and China should split this land in half. Right? Yes, sir. Hell.
I'm not sure, Johnny. Clearly you don't know history, but they already did. That's why there's a North and South Korea. I thought you, Hank, you were Korean, so you should know this, that Korea used to be one country before World War II. China and Russia on one side, UK and US on one side, and then Korean War, you had to split it. Split Korea. So basically, Korea has been split for like 80 plus years.
Hell yeah. Jungo Wansui. And I got a message for all these Korean extras and youths who want to like pull their age on us. Tony Ma.
So yeah, he's officially praising the CCP.
Not a smart idea. Just that's me though.
Attacking South Korea, pretty much slandering South Korea, coming out and slandering South Korea. This is when his case is in 2 weeks, two and a half weeks, like 3 weeks, let's say, 3 weeks to his case. But he's out there praising China, speaking Chinese, slandering Korea, right? But let's go through.
He also doesn't know what it means. I guarantee he doesn't have a clue what he's saying.
Some of these messages here, and I want to make sure I've got everything pulled up that I need to have pulled up. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I've got everything here. A lot of different photos here that I want to pull up, so I want to make sure I get them all in order. Let's start with, where should we start? I want to start with Johnny saying he's going to come back. Where's that one? Okay, here we go. So Johnny is going to come back, and he's announced that pretty much publicly in his little Discord over here. And here's the message, because he's talking about having not streaming before, and he comes in. This is at 8:15 a.m. Says, I low-key need that. It's going to be Korean War Part 2 when he goes live. So he is planning to at some point come back and go live, just not yet. So he's going to come back, and he's anticipating, he knows that when he comes back, it's going to be a problem, that there's going to be issues. He also knows that there's going to be beef with other streamers. And in fact, he's trying to start beef with other streamers. That's kind of part of his gig. So here's the one I told you about, where he kind of confirms that at least one other streamer, ABZ, is going to come to Korea. So right here, Johnny Somali says 7:35 a.m. I really can't wait to meet ABZ, who's another streamer. This is another nuisance streamer in Korea. So he's planning to confront this guy and to stream it in Korea. So he's already planning to, apparently he knows that this guy is going to come to Korea, or he's heard this guy is going to come to Korea. And he's planning to confront him for quote unquote the content, which is kind of verified by these text messages he has with ABZ. Let me show these right here. Okay. So here's some messages. I don't know. I think this is a Twitter message, but this is ABZ up here, and this is Johnny. No, sorry, this is Johnny here. Wallahi, you need to stop threatening me and putting my name in your mouth. I don't even understand why the fuck you keep constantly mentioning me. My only problem with you is being two-faced and helping me in the beginning when I was on Kick and switching up once I got banned. Stop trying to continue this weird beef. When do I ever speak about you? It's so cringe. It's cringe, right? ABZ says, shut the fuck up, and calls Johnny Somali a rat and says, I told you
Hey, I mean, I think that's pretty accurate.
what not to do, and that's the shit you were doing was going to lead to a ban. You agreed and apologized and said you'd clean up. The very next day, you did it, got banned, and expected me to feel bad for you or to help you. Then you proceed to talk shit and make videos about me for months. You're a dickhead, and what you did in Japan is scum as fuck. So he's trying to put some distance and distance himself from Johnny, because a lot of people helped Johnny out in the beginning, but now they've said, hey, look, listen, we're putting some distance on it, and now they're calling him a rat, right? And then he goes over here. Johnny responds and says, I get that you warned me about my actions, and I appreciate what you did for me back then. But when people on the platform are still doing the same or worse, no, they're not. No, they're not. The people that do that stuff get banned. And we're actually going to show DBR. DBR got banned again. Channel got taken down again. And they usually get hit now because Kick knows, and they don't want to lose advertisers. The very little they have, they don't want to lose them.
Yeah, Kick is also early, so it doesn't want to lose the means to keep their site running.
Felt unfair. It's been almost a year since all that, and I just want to move on. A lot of the people you're around in Japan have done worse than me, yet you're the only one. Yet you're only calling me out. That's hypocritical. I'm not here for any more back and forth about the past. Well, he doesn't want to argue the past because Johnny's fucked up more than most people. And he's done more illegal crimes than most people. Although the others have done things that are illegal. And in fact, there's some of them that have done things that are potentially very illegal, even if they haven't been punished for them. It still doesn't make what he did better. And I hate that excuse that Johnny's trying to give. It's a very kind of baby excuse.
That whole thing, it's like, I didn't do as bad. You still did bad. You're just trying to make lesser it.
Well, they did it too. That doesn't make it better, right? That doesn't make it better. Just because somebody else does it does not mean that you can do it. Like, it's like speeding. I talked about this last time. If you're speeding and the police catch you, but somebody else is speeding more than you, let's say you were doing 90 miles an hour and they were doing 100 miles an hour, it doesn't make it better or okay for you to speed. You're still guilty of speeding, even if someone else was doing it, doesn't get caught. It sucks for you maybe that it's you and not them, but it is what it is, right? You're still guilty. All right. Johnny says, people are waking up at least. Sam was actually speaking the truth. So he's trying to say Sam Pepper. And ICE can see how Japanese Twitter and police are. You would think logically he would say, wow, this country is retarded. And now I see what Johnny went through for a little last shit. But instead he wants to blame me. You literally don't have to do anything. Who the f did I start with fights with or harass in Japan? Literally, Johnny committed several crimes in Japan. So Johnny is now full of shit.
Quite literally everybody.
He trespassed. He harassed people. He stalked people. He was yelling and screaming on trains, bothering people, getting in their face. Those all were disturbances. All were illegal. He was punished very lightly in Japan for what he did there. And it was entirely because of him. This is what I have called the Somali effect. And I said it is absolutely affecting Ice Poseidon. It's affecting Sam Pepper. It's affecting all those guys, Slightly Homeless, ABZ. Everybody in Japan right now is affected by Johnny because they all know Johnny. Johnny is famous internationally, and it's affecting him. In fact, there's politicians and news outlets that are covering it. I'll show that on a future stream. We'll go over other stuff, but Just wanted to get that out there, that it's absolutely about Johnny, and him trying to say, wah, it's not me, is just ridiculous. All right, let's talk about a hanky poo. Johnny's lover, his roommate. Here we go. So Hanky Poo's been saying some crazy. Here's Hanky Poo, who at this time was he changes his name a lot. He was under Diddy's dildo, Hank U. I'll just leave that to your imagination. So Hank U here.
That's lovely. Blah.
Admits to engaging in prostitution in Korea, which is illegal. It is illegal. Yes, of course, it exists. Every single country, whether it's legal or not, right? Every single country in the world has prostitution, whether it's legal or not. However, talking about it publicly in a public Discord is pretty fucking bold. So he goes right here and says,
"That's a bold move, Copper."
I've heard houses denying foreigners, even if they're Americans, and I've seen it myself. A whore denied me because I had a foreign accent while speaking Korean. I am not joking. And of course, Johnny's very wholesome people in his chat ask, how much was she charging though? So the question they wanted out of this was, how much is the whore? Right? To which he says $100. He does say, I've never heard of Americans getting denied at clubs, even for clubs with no foreign signs. If you show them American passport, let you in. This is absolutely not true. Hank,
no foreigner means no foreigner. I'm pretty sure they would be denied regardless.
I think is completely wrong about that. I've seen it myself. I myself has been denied out of clubs for this. Other people have been denied with American passports. This is absolutely not true. Hank has this fantasy. So Hank has a fantasy about these large countries, China and US, that they're like all powerful and can do whatever they want, you know, which kind of plays into Johnny's fantasy of like Johnny's American, so he can do whatever he wants and say whatever he wants. No, he can't. And let me tell you right now, if you think you're American or Chinese and can get away with everything, you're crazy. You're crazy. Right? That's insane. Maybe he's talking about Korean Americans, but even then, not really. So Hank, the dildo, Hank, says, never leave your house without your American passport. King Terry says, are you even Korean, bro? The Koreans claim you're Chinese. What an honor. I wish I was. LMAO, racial slur. I'm not going to read this or say this, but you guys can read this yourselves. Racial slur thinks being Chinese is an insult. Imagine that. Once again, this is Hank, who's praising the CCP, praising China. He still lives in Korea, and he's racial slurring his own people, right? He says, I wish I was Chinese. I wish I was Chinese. So he's simping for China big because America rejected him, right? And now he really goes in on.
And now Korea also rejects him.
Korea. He really goes in on Korea. Let me show you guys this one. Okay. This is Hank once again. Pretty.
Imagine going against the country that basically birthed you. Or your own. Insulting the country that you were born into.
Pretty much. Why can't they, Korea, join the U.S. as a state? Korea doesn't deserve to be independent. Korea needs to be humbled by both China and America. Korea is basically
most of Korea's history is being under occupation. So I think they deserve to be independent. Also, I don't think U.S. Korea is fine on its own. They don't need to be part of the United States. Not that they want to. Last time Korea was part of anyone, it was after World War II.
Like Eurotrash countries. I think he's trying to say countries, but just put cuck in there for no reason. And Japan is like Britain, writhing with inferiority complex.
I mean, if you want to compare it as in terms of an empire, I guess.
Against America and China. Koreans would talk China on the internet that wouldn't say shit in front of an actual Chinese person. That's totally not true. I've seen it myself.
Have you met Asians? Their competitive racism. They're like shit talkers in real life and online.
In person. When a Korean fighter beats a Chinese fighter, they put it on sports page 1. There are 3x more Chinese fighters beating Korean fighters. Koreans are better than Japs, Brits, and Europeans, but that's not saying much because Britain and Europe sucks at MMA and Japan fell so far behind. Koreans on average act like Eurotrash, all about that image and face and faking themselves. So this is a Korean person who calls himself Korean, talking his own country. Obviously, there's a certain psychosis to this and a racial psychosis to this, because he's not making a differentiation between Koreans, whether they're Kyopo, Koreans who live abroad, Koreans in Korea, Koreans like anywhere else, or whatever. He's just making racial slurs, like going all in on Korea. Here we go here. He also makes death threats against the Korean streamers.
Oh, there's a thing you don't do is make death threats.
Let me show you guys this. So here's Hank making death threats against the Korean streamers. This is when he had his name is Patronus N4828. He says, if I was in China or America, those motherfuckers would be dead by now. I would have killed them. So he's talking about Bang TV, Dalgun, Jungman, and J Company. So he's saying he would have killed all the Korean streamers if they weren't in Korea, if they were in China or America. I wouldn't even have gotten aggravated battery by those 3 motherfuckers. 4, actually. I would have spilled their brains out and claimed self-defense. Scram simp, you helping me? Okay, real quick. So first of all, China doesn't have self-defense. So clearly he doesn't know Chinese law. I have a good friend who is a Chinese lawyer. Anybody who knows China at all knows that, even it's funny. This guy is literally sucking the CCP's and he doesn't even know Chinese law. Like how much, like if you're going to suck the CCP's, at least know Chinese law. Then you would know that if you even studied China a little bit, there's no self-defense in China at all. You can't possess a gun in China at all. You'll go to prison for a long time. You can even get the death penalty for possession of a weapon. It's possible. So, obviously he doesn't know Chinese law. And in America, not really. You can't just when we analyze self-defense cases, shout out to my boy Andrew Branca, Law of Self-Defense. If you break down these self-defense cases, a lot of them don't qualify for self-defense. If you look at these videos and the way he's talking about it, he's talking about premeditated murder. He's talking about just going and like intentionally killing them and just calling it self-defense. That doesn't work. That's a myth.
That's not how that works.
And many of those cases are convicted of actual murder. So just let's be very clear. He then says he needs help with legal. So clearly that was a little bit ago. So maybe that was with his American legal appeals. So there we go. Also, one last thing here. Him slandering Korea once again, where he says right here, stupid Koreans think they're higher than Chinese. So once again, this is Hank and Johnny being on Korea, praising China. This is what their new grift is. This is what their new thing is. So there you have it. That's some good stuff right there. And that's the stuff on Hank and Johnny.
Of all the things to simp for, you choose the Chinese Communist Party? Really? All right.
They have a 4.9 star rating on Trustpilot on over 15,000 reviews and an A+ rating.
Social media people forget the line between.
Okay, that's not important. Okay.
Hey everyone, we have a new video from Johnny Somali. So without further ado, I'm going to be getting into this, sharing this with you guys here today, and getting into this brand new video from Johnny Somali. I'm going to play it all the way through, then analyze for you guys exactly what he is trying to do here, exactly what the strategy is with Johnny Somali. So this video, you can find it on my X, The Legal Mindset. I've posted it there with no watermark for anybody to use and propagate and use it in your videos, spread it around, talk about this, because this is huge. And it is big that he's, number one, back, and number two, this is posted on his YouTube channel. But not only is he back, but what he decides to do with his first video. And we're going to break that down for you completely here. You're going to be able to get into that and see exactly why he's doing it the way he's doing it, because he has a very specific agenda with coming back and targeting the people who he's targeting. So without further ado, here's Johnny Somali in his first video back.
Hello to the people of Japan and the people of the world. I want to make this message because I've been gone for a long time. Let me introduce myself if you don't know me already. I am Johnny Somali. I am part of the criminal...
I'll stop it here. His name is Ramzi Khalid Ismail. Ramzi Khalid Ismail. Never forget that.
nuisance live streamer gang called CX. I am a high-ranking member in the black sheep of the family. We are ran by our top leader, Ice Poseidon. He's the leader of CX, and Miskiff, the leader of OTK. We are part of a live streaming international criminal mafia of nuisance streamers that have came to Japan to bring you freedom, to bring you American values. You weak Japs will never stop.
Okay, first off, no, it's not American values. No, not freedom. They are fine on their own. Leave them. Anyway, no.
Stop us. You will never stop CX. You will never stop Johnny Somali. You will never stop Ice Poseidon, Paul Danino, who was my mentor, my teacher, my leader. If it was not for Ice Poseidon, I would have never came to Japan. And if you try to arrest Ice Poseidon, if you try to stop Paul Danino or any of our group, if you try to stop ABZ Abdullah, the terrorist, the one that paid for all of our kick deals and steak deals, if you try to stop ABZ Abdullah, this fat fuck, I promise you I'll be back in Japan soon. You'll never stop Kang Joel. You'll never stop Hugh Sama, Showtime, and all these fucking leeches. We will destroy Japan. And I promise you, if you arrest any of them, if you stop any of them, if you attack any of them, I will come back to Japan and I will bring back vengeance. Remember how there was 2 atomic bombs? Remember how there was Hiroshima and Nagasaki? I was the little boy. CX is the fat man. They came to bring revenge for locking me up and falsely and locking up Louis X. Fuck Japan. It's fucking CX till I fucking die. You dumbass motherfuckers. Fuck Japan. Suck our dick, cocksuckers. Us streamers, we run your fucking country. CX in the motherfucking chat. And make sure you take out Miskiff. This is the leader of OTK. This is the top general. These are the 2 top leaders. This is the CX vice president and the president right here. You need to get Miskiff and you need to get Paul Danino, Ice Poseidon. Nigga, CX in the motherfucking chat. I love you, Paul Danino. You're my mentor, my leader, everything. Sayonara. Please fuck up Japan for me. I'll be back soon.
Okay, so that's Johnny Somali, and that's...
Oh, isn't that lovely? Anyway, let's keep moving.
his first message. So why is he making that message? There's a lot of things, and let me break down a couple facts. Number one, he cannot enter Japan. He is legally banned. He is a criminal. He cannot enter for 5 years. So he is not coming back. He spent about a year locked up in Korea now, where he's been there, been there in his Korean misadventures, and he's now forced to stay there pending his trial. So he cannot go there, even if he wanted to. If he tried to go there, he'd be denied at the border. He is not allowed into Japan. So all of that is complete false information. He's not allowed to go there, could not be there, could not go back for at least 5 years. And by then he may be sitting in a prison in some country, whether it's Korea or anywhere else. Johnny Somali is looking like he will be behind bars somewhere at that period of time. But why is he doing this overall? Why is he calling out CX, Ice Poseidon, etc.? It's because they've attempted to distance themselves and move away from him. When Slightly Homeless, one of the streamers with that big group, called Johnny while they were in Japan, they all distanced themselves from him. They all said they don't like him, they hate him, that he's an asshole, that he had a bad impression of Kick streamers, and streamers are hated in Asia because of them. So they've put distance between Johnny and themselves. So when he comes back with this message and he says, this is my mentor, it's my leader, that we're part of this gang, he is trying to get the Japanese police involved. He's trying to get them to arrest them because he is banned from Japan because he can't be there. So he's trying to salt the earth. He's trying to stop them through salting them through association with him, because he is on the most wanted list in Asia. He's trying to put that association with them closely, right? And that's why he's trying to do this, because they don't want anything to do with him, because they know that he is obviously,
So he's basically trying to sabotage them.
a fuck up. He's obviously a person who's messed up his life, the life of others, the life of innocent people, the life of children around him that have had to deal with his vile messages through text to speech. He's interrupted the lives of many, many people and caused a disgust across the world, not just in Asia. So he's very mad at these people, and these people have said they want nothing to do with him. And that's exactly why he's making these comments today and why he's calling these people out. And he is trying to get them arrested. He is trying to get them attacked. He is trying to get them messed with. And this is precisely why I called it the Somali effect, because Johnny Somali, in making this message, also while he's making this message and putting the Chinese flag behind him, is trying to say, hey, this is China. This is like a Chinese op, right? And all these guys are Chinese ops. And they're trying to mess with Japan. He's also disrespecting the country again. Once again, this is information that can be presented to the judge in Korea, saying, look, even right now, he's still putting out new videos disrespecting Japan, tearing up the flag, and making these comments even after he committed those crimes and made an apology. He will do the same thing with Korea. In fact, he is doing the same thing with Korea with his possible lover, Hank, as they talked bad about Korea just the other day and praised the CCP. So this is Johnny's first thing back. I'd like to know in the comments below what you guys think about this and what your reaction to this video. I'll catch you all later.
Think about a child you love. Now take away their clean clothes, access to water, and the roof over their head. Take away their...
Let's go out now.
All right, T. Okay, so
All right, so let's watch this video. It is 4 minutes. It's kind of dark, but watch this video. This is a video about the squad in Japan. They're in Sapporo, which is really cool. It's kind of cool right now. -5°C, 23 Fahrenheit in Sapporo and Hokkaido. Watch what happens to these U.S. streamers when they act a fool and they have problems with the Japanese. I believe one of them tried to grab the girlfriend of one of the Japanese guys. I believe that's the facts. I'm not 100%, but I think that's what happens.
Don't touch my shit. Don't touch my shit.
So I believe this was like the, so let me back up here. So this guy, I think it was like his girlfriend here, and the guy tried to touch her or hit on her or something like that. So
Don't touch my shit.
So yeah, that was probably what triggered everything there, which, you know, that'll happen.
understandably so.
Don't touch my stuff. Don't touch my stuff. Fucking dumbass.
And then you're going to see, here's the thing. Let me explain this. You're a guest in that country. You've got to act right. You're going to get into a fight in a bar with a local. You're in Korea, you're in Japan, you're in wherever else, China, you're in anywhere, Malaysia. When the police come, who are they going to believe? They're going to believe you, they're going to believe the local. You can't talk big like you're in the America or Canada or the UK, wherever you're from. You can't talk like that abroad. You're going to get in trouble. Not only is the police not going to believe you, but here's the other thing too. You're going to have 16 dudes that are local jumping you, right? You're not fighting one dude. You're fighting the whole bar full of people, right? It's not a good thing. It's not a smart thing. You should not do this.
Yeah, it's like when you go to someone's house, you treat that house. It's not your house. It's the other person's house. Treat it with respect.
It's very dumb. It's extraordinarily dumb.
Get the out of here, bro. Super fucking beta male.
So he's calling him a beta male. So what this super alpha male here. Look at this peak alpha. So alpha. Watch him. Watch how alpha he is in this video. How super Chad alpha he is in this video. Just wait, because he is Chad maximum. He's as Chad as Jack Murphy.
Come on, Japan. Like, is this how it is out here? What the? What are you doing? Yo.
see, he talks tough. All these guys talk tough. They all talk tough, but they're all a bunch of scared little boys. When people come out to play, and homie, you call they're a beta male. What did you just do? Watch this.
Come on, Japan. Like, is this how it is out here? What the? What are you doing?
The guy's got a bottle. He's beating up your friend, and now you're about to run away.
Yo, what the fuck? Yo, I'm getting a cut. I'm getting a.
See that? He's screaming. He's screaming like a child.
Yo, I'm getting a cut.
This Japanese guy, casually holding a cigarette, comes and picks up his phone.
You have a bottle. What the fuck?
He's been camera mogged immediately.
Basta!
You got the bottle right here. You got the bottle right here. I mean, come on.
Dude, he's getting attacked. He's getting attacked.
So he's getting his kicked over here now. Guys watch. This guy's beating his. This guy's watching.
Getting attacked. Stop! Stop! Stop!
And then he runs away. He spent all this time, bruh. Oh man, you're so alpha, bro. You're so alpha.
Dude, we're getting attacked.
He's running away. So alpha, bro. So alpha.
Stop! Stop! Stop!
He's crying. Stop. He doesn't even know how to fight this guy. He just knows how to put out his arm like that.
Stop! Stop! Bye-bye! We go home! Home!
He's trying to run away. He's trying to go home to mommy.
Home! Stop! Yeah, sorry! Go home.
He's crying sorry as he gets his ass kicked.
Stop! Stop! Stop!
And yes, yeah, okay, sorry. Okay, let me hold on. Somebody in chat says this is dumb legal. He can't fight a Japanese person. I know that. That's why you don't pretend to be a tough guy. You state the reality, which is instead of calling him a beta, you say, yeah, we can't fight people here, so we have to stand down. You don't pretend you're a tough guy. Stop pretending you're a tough guy.
I'm pretty sure if you actually fought someone in another country, it would not go too well for you. For multiple reasons.
Guy, stop pretending you're some badass when you can't be. Sorry. Like, you cannot do that. If you can't do that, then don't posture, don't rooster up. Don't act like you're some tough alpha male guy, some MMA hero when you can't do that there. Why would you posture that way? So I get what you're saying, that he can't, so he can't do it. Sorry, then don't act like that. Then don't put that out there. Then don't challenge people to fight if you can't fight yourself legally. If why he's not fighting is because, he can't hit a Japanese person, well, then don't threaten a Japanese person. Isn't that kind of simple? I mean, do you have to be a genius to figure that one out? I don't think so.
Dude. Get me out. Dude. I'm bleeding right now. Dude. He was actually attacking. Because I don't know, bro. I'm not bleeding. Dude. He had a fucking bottle. They're going to say, he's coming. He's already coming. He's chasing me.
He's so out of shape, you can't even outrun him. Oh, so sad.
This is entertaining.
Kairu, hotel, stop, hotel, please. Please, sumimasen. Sorry. Please, sumimasen. Please.
Chasing him off.
Stop. No, stop.
Why?
No, stop. Okay, off.
Why?
Because they know they're still streaming too.
Please. Please. What?
Okay.
So now they've got him surrounded again. The guy's got him surrounded. It's like a Yakuza side story.
Abe. 사이코 맞대. 왜 무겁대? 완전 무겁대. 뭐 있고 또 있다. 내가 호텔에 지원이 좋았어.
Let's get him.
망고스도 그거는. 저 그건 났네. 타면 도마테. 재밌어. 오나는 되게. 아이고. 사이코. It's 아무리나. 야. 좋았어. 뭐
They got his camera. Yeah, they got his camera. They literally stripped this guy of his camera.
Yeah, huh?
Out. The response. The girl's asking, "What are they doing?" And the response is, "Well, we're having some fun. We're having some fun." Right. That is a good response.
Boys will be boys.
And you can hear the screams in the distance. So that's the end of that one.
When you go up against the strongest competition,
Okay, that's kind of funny though. Okay, what else do we get here? I did that one. I'll say, if I get to these, I'll save them at the end.
The criminal complaint that has been lodged against this guy. So this streamer, in case you don't know, this is DBR6. You see him crying here because he says in this one he was crying. He said he gets too drunk and he can't control himself or whatever. And this is his buddy here who actually kicked him out for peeing in public. So after we watched that peeing in public, the urinating in public video, he got kicked out of the room. He got kind of booted, and people wanted nothing to do with him because he was peeing in public on stream, clearly, and he'd done it multiple times. So DBR also threw a snowball at a Japanese employee in Sapporo. He cut his lip. He was bleeding, and so a lot of people got really mad at that. Well, it turns out that this lady over here, Nana, over here on Twitter, she filed a criminal complaint. Right, so she's out here outside the court here in Japan, and she said, "I have submitted a criminal complaint and petition against foreign streamers." Apparently, she got a lot of signatures who are causing trouble at the Snow Festival. The document review will begin soon, so we will continue to work on it until it is officially accepted. So that means the police kind of haven't accepted it fully yet. But there was also media coverage. So this went out in the Japanese media. The incident was publicized. This incident has been given such wide coverage that I feel there's a great deal of public interest. So now there's a huge interest in, anti-nuisance streamer interest once again renewed in Japan after the snowball incident. Now, who is this woman? Who is Nana? She is, I'll explain her background. You can find it on her Twitter profile, which is Nana0504. But she is a lawyer from Waseda Faculty of Law. She's also a civil servant and a professor. So she knows about the law, so she qualifies as a Japanese lawyer. She knows about the law. She's a civil servant. Apparently, she was also very strongly engaged against Johnny Somali, which is very, very good to oppose him when he was there. So this is kind of giving people loops back to Johnny Somali, so that comparison to, DBR as an ex-Johnny Somali is kind of tied together with her bringing the complaint and her thinking back to Johnny Somali and seeing that. So the Japanese are getting on this. It's not just us over here in America that are getting on it. And this is a translation here from Cancel Johnny S., who is a legitimate Japanese dude. And posts a lot of good content on this and other Japanese citizen streamers. Nana Homa, the head of a political group, submitted an indictment letter with 1689 signatures of supporters to the Hokkaido police. Ms. Homa filed a crime case against kick streamer DBR6 for injury by throwing snowball at the face of Japanese staff at the festival. So, that's pretty big. 1,689 signatures. That's local signatures, I
That's a lot, actually.
believe, too. Or Japanese signatures, whatever. So that's not even foreigners or whatever, people abroad. So there's pretty broad support there for filing it for injury by throwing that snowball. So hopefully that goes through. I think, the thing is with third-party reports, typically they're not taking as seriously as if the employee does it themselves. However, they did contact police. There is a report that was an initial incident report that was filed. And because this has a lot of public interest and because a civil servant and lawyer is on it, I think this will go a lot further than in other cases. So DBR 6 may not be free to leave Japan. He may be stopped and may be brought in sometime soon. So I'm going to look out for that, cover that. Obviously, we've seen other people like Joshua Block, the world of t-shirts getting dragged in. I think there's a general sentiment of taking these people seriously and prosecuting them, which is good. I am happy to see that Japan is done with this shit and they're no longer going to put up with their bad behavior and just let it slide.
Another morning to savor the crunchy nooks and crannies splendor of a Thomas's English.
Nor should they, honestly. Like, what you have a bunch of people okay, let's wait. Okay, let's do this one.
Interesting time though. We are in interesting time though. We are in a world that is insane. And what we're going to get into today is this guy, Joshua Block, World of T-Shirts. Joshua Paul Block is his legal name. And he is a guy who pretty much I did not know about before this. Now, he was known, to people and to the world before this. From what I understand about Josh Block here, pretty much all of his content, if you look at his channel and his channels, is pretty much drinking, which to me, looking at a channel and just looking what I see when I look at people's content, here's his Instagram, for example, you can see he's sitting here drinking Smirnoff Ice. It appears he's got a lot of drinking content here, which probably is what led him to this problem. But he is now facing arrest in Japan. So let's start out with this guy. So
Oh, is he now?
I'm not going to go through his whole history. Obviously, I may on a future stream go deep on this guy's like past and other stuff, especially if it comes to trial, because at trial, obviously, you're going to look at a broader scope. I'm just looking at what he did in Japan. So here's a video of the type of content that he is making in Japan, and you're probably not going to be too surprised here. I have to kill the audio because it's copyright audio, but I'm just going to play this real quick. Yeah. Yeah. One more time.
Wait, did he lick the floor?
I mean, he's doing what you think he's doing. He's actually licking the floor
That's disgusting.
of the thing. No, there's no sound intentionally because the sound is a rap song, so I cannot play it. It's copyright music. So if I play it, I will get hit. I cannot play it. Yeah, no audio is intentional because there's like some rap song playing in the background, so that would not work out for copyright purposes. All right, so here's him admitting to engaging in prostitution in Japan. Let me play this real quick.
I fucked a prostitute.
What prostitute?
I fucked a prostitute.
What prostitute?
It's the red light district.
They're all prostitutes. They're all prostitutes.
Let's get in a. Oh, that's red. It's red. That means I fucked a prostitute.
So he's admitting to that. So despite what people may think, prostitution is indeed illegal in Japan. Now there is a specific definition of what constitutes prostitution, and there's a specific definition of that statutorily. But he's essentially admitting to. I mean, when he says
Admitting a crime.
it that way, he's pretty much opening himself up to the crime, right? A lot of people that would engage in that there would tell you you wouldn't want to talk about that on camera because it just makes you more liable, and the police can look at that and be like, well, you confessed on camera, so we're gonna just go ahead and throw you in jail. It's absolutely stupid, and this guy is just not thinking when he talks about things like that. Okay, let's get into the actual incident that got him arrested and got him having to try to plead to the embassy to help him. Let's get into it right now. So here's the thing that set him off. Let's go.
Let's get this one.
Hold on.
Let's get this one.
What the fries in the bag? I didn't see it. It wasn't me.
Who did?
Look at that. Look what he does. Look what he does too. He bites his hand. Look at that.
This one's clean.
Put the fries in the bag. I didn't see it. It wasn't me.
Who did?
Yes, you did.
So he's back there now. He runs past all these people and he's back there and he's yelling at these people, right? And they're I think Japanese back there.
I'm from the Bronx.
Look, he's back there spurging out, saying he's from the Bronx.
Yes, you did. I need 400 grand a year.
So he's yelling that he makes 400 grand a year. Okay, good for you, buddy. Good for you. I mean, like,
Oh, bless it. So it's either drunk or just has some mental issues.
I'll fucking murder you.
okay, that is never okay to say. That is a threat. You can definitely not say that. You can definitely not say, I will effing come after you. So I will effing delete you. You can't say that, right?
I ain't
Yeah, that's a bit too far.
400 grand. Fuck.
Let me just play that whole ending there. I know I interrupted. I'll play the whole ending.
I'll fucking murder you. I ain't 400 grand.
Winter has arrived in Gaza. The nights are cold and thousands of children.
What?
But we're here to help.
Yeah, so that was the initial incident. Going from there, there is stuff that happens. Here's this guy. It's a different angle, same incident. He's been told to put the fries in the back, and he's assaulting people. And you can see that from the angle we have it here. I'll move to the corner here. You'll be able to see it better. So he kicks a guy. So watch that. See this guy. Watch him. Right here. He's here. He's here. He kicks the guy. He kicks the guy, and this guy sees him kick the guy. So this guy's watching him, sees him kick the guy, right?
Put the fries in the bag.
And he flips out again. Somebody yells that he flips out again.
What the
And he comes up and kicks him. He comes up and kicks this guy.
fuck? Kick me! George!
Yeah, try me. I live in the Bronx. I'll rough you up.
He's going to rough you up. So that happened. He kicked somebody, including a Japanese guy, right? Which was probably the problem. And it's swiftly followed by this.
Yeah.
Right? Swiftly followed by this.
I can't breathe! I can't breathe!
Yeah. So, yeah. That's called the citizen's arrest. Now, my man here has a legal opinion because, of course, he's not a lawyer, but decides he knows the law. So he's going to explain to you about this and how it's not really a problem. Well, so here is the legal musings of this guy, but I'll just play this out for you guys. This is him explaining things.
Under citizen's arrest, and the police wanted to talk to me, but I wasn't under actual arrest.
So he says, I know because you probably can.
I'm not so sure about that one, but I mean, I think that's how citizens works. You get arrested, so you're actually arrested. Well, by a citizen, not by the police, but still you're arrested.
Hear the music in the background. He says that the police took him in under citizen's arrest, but I wasn't under actual arrest. In Japan, a citizen's arrest can be an actual arrest. It's different.
Yeah.
Different law than the U.S. Under Japanese law, and this is easily Googled, or you can Google this or look it up. Once again, I'm not a Japanese lawyer. I don't pretend to be. But according to the Googles and online public Japanese in English law databases and anything you can look up, in Japan, if you see somebody committing a crime and they're actively committing a crime, you are allowed to citizens arrest them. Now, you can't do it for minor stuff like littering, but you can do it for violent things like kicking people. You absolutely can. You could do it for a thief in your house or somebody groping on a train, right? Those are clear examples in Japanese law that folks have placed people under citizen's arrest, right? And they're taking them into the station. That is allowed. So while you may have that perception in America that that's not allowed, and that certainly in most cases is not allowed, self-help is very rarely allowed in the United States. There's some limited shopkeepers privileges, etc. But in most cases, citizen's arrest is not widely used in the West. But in Japan, it is allowed. It is allowed. So taking your assumptions about American law and putting that over there, that doesn't really work. Let's play the rest of this because he continues on this kind of bad train of thought.
You know what a citizen's arrest is?
Yeah.
It's where a civilian brings you to the police and talks to the police. It's not a real arrest. You know what that is?
Yeah.
It's not an actual arrest. It's a citizen's arrest.
What did you do to get them all out of you?
I kicked someone for saying.
So he admits. So I know it's hard to hear that, but the guy asks him, "What did you do to get them mad at you?" And he says, "I kicked them." So he literally confesses in this video that he did the thing that's a crime. So he goes ahead and says he did it. So he admits it. Let's play this back, turn it back a little bit, and I'll play it again.
I kicked someone for saying put the fries in the bag.
He says he kicked it for saying fries in the bag. So he admits that he did the thing and that he kicked them, right? So You've got a confession out of this guy that he committed the crime. Because that's it. That's all they need. That's all the element. Okay, you made contact with them, right? Boom, there you go. So here's what happens. He ends up going to the police department, right? Going to getting arrested, right? So there's an arrest report, right? He's got to file a police report. He's currently on the phone with the U.S. Embassy, could be facing 10 years to life in prison for threatening multiple Japanese people with murder. So let me tell you real quick. The Japanese Embassy.
Hey, Robert Herjavec from Shark Tank. I'm a huge fan. Hey, what is your number? There's actually a way to do that.
The U.S. Embassy in Japan is not going to save you. What they do is they refer you to lawyers in that country. So, for example, actually, my good friend Jeff, RIP, my late friend Jeff Harrison in Korea, he was on that emergency contact list. They take everybody down because you never know. There could be an American who needs a maritime lawyer in Busan, and they would call Jeff, right? So they find they have a list of attorneys. So they just keep a list. It's like a phone book, and they're like, "Oh, call these lawyers. Here's a list of lawyers. Call them." That's all they do. They don't save you. People have this image of the U.S. Embassy as kind of.
Yeah, the U.S. Embassy is not going to save you if you do something stupid like that.
Swinging in with guns blazing, sending in the SEALs to rescue you. They're not going to do that. That's not how it works. I know a lot of people have that image, and a lot of Americans think they're going to bail you out like that. That's not how it works. They're going to give you a recommendation, tell you to call them, and you've got to pay for it yourself. They're not going to pay for it for you. You've got to pay for that. You fucked up. So clearly he's there freaking out, sitting on the phone here, trying to get some help because he, had that reaction and threatened to kill people, which is also a crime. So in addition to saying he kicked people, essentially kicking people, he threatened to kill people. You can't do that. So, that happened and we've got the arrest. So we'll see what happens. Now, remember, just because they let him go, because they took a report and they let him go, doesn't mean he's off the hook. This is a huge misperception. They might not even let him leave the country until they resolve this, if it's, that bad, or if they deem it on that level. It's possible they could drag him in a couple days. They could drag him in 5 days, 10 days. They could look at these streams. They could look at, content out there. They could look at the video and say, yeah, we're bringing this guy in. And we're going to actually press the charges. We're going to actually go through with this. So we could see in the next, 5, 10, 15 days, whatever, this guy get hauled in. Just because they didn't bring him in that night doesn't mean they're not going to come get him.
Yeah, so that's that. And, well, bye. And if anyone watches this after this is posted, this is just John. Oh, one thing. All the videos and the ones I didn't watch are in the description. And the 2 servers and this, wait, please. That's just the, okay, oh, here we go. Yeah, this, which is have a description for, which is stuff I talked about on Monday and Tuesday, and that I have in the description the Discord server and the official main Discord and the Protect main Discord server, and I have all the videos I reacted to and 2 other ones I didn't react to, and the channel itself are all in the description. Like this if you like it, subscribe if you like Korean news and stuff, and I will talk to all of you people later.
Welcome to the Blizzard Arena.
And the quest for a champion begins today.
The anticipation has been building, and it is finally time. We are live. Are you ready?
Is it really?
Can you get over the roof there?
Oh my!
Oh my! What a play! What a grab!
Another jump here off the high ground. Super goes forward, but gets stuck up. The EMP comes in, and ding! He rains down hell from above.
Here comes Pine. Gets one, gets two. Looking for a bit more. Gets another one.
Tuno's down again. That heralds disaster generally with a fusion, and Carpe wasn't far behind. Prophet! He's killed 4 players now on his own.
From Vancouver, locks him in the sound barrier. Sound
It's a huge
the bomb coming in from John. Oh my God! He does it again.
One of them moving onto the Widowmaker, taking the clutch into his own hands. The headshot and the headshot and the headshot.
Okay, I like this for the Gladiators. We're going to try and circle around. I'm going to call this the merry-go-round because it makes me laugh. Makes me happy, and Sean Paul switches to the Widowmaker at just the right time.
Oh, the Raven!
I'm the best tracer in the world.
Oh my word!
I mean, you could have told me that you spoke English, honestly.
The fans never thought they'd see this day. It took 43 matches. Feels like a really emotional moment here.
Sorry.
Bad.